Imagine you've just finished a tough diet and you want to eat normally again, but you are scared of gaining the fat back. Now, reverse dieting is a smart bridge between a strict diet and normal eating. In simple terms, reverse dieting means slowly increasing your calories after a period of restrictive eating. So instead of diving headfirst into pizza and pasta, you might add just a little extra food each week. The goal is to let your body adjust gradually so your metabolism and hormones can recover without sudden fat gain. To see why reverse dieting matters, we first need to understand what happens during a restrictive diet. You see, when you cut calories for weeks or months, your body reacts by slowing down. Scientific reviews explain that calorie restrictions trigger changes that actually work against weight loss. They minimize the caloric deficit, slow your metabolism, and promote weight regain. In practice, this means your resting metabolic rate drops. Basically, you burn fewer calories at rest and your body becomes more efficient with energy. Even your everyday movement changes, like tiny things like fidgeting, walking around, or even tapping your foot can nearly stop because your body is trying to conserve every calorie. On the hormone front, dieting also turns down the volume on your "I'm full" signals and turn up hunger. Fat cells produce leptin, which is a hormone that says eat less to the brain, and dieting causes leptin to plummet. At the same time, the hunger hormone ghrelin tends to rise when you eat very little. Thyroid hormones T3 and T4 also dip, slowing your metabolism further. Altogether, your body goes into energy saving mode as if it were you were preparing for a famine. While dieting often cuts fat, it can also eat away at muscle if you're not careful. Losing muscle is bad news because muscle tissue burns more calories. The good news is that you can protect and even rebuild muscle during a reverse diet. Now, research confirms that lifting weights and eating enough protein helps preserve muscle mass even while losing weight. Think of it this way: those extra calories you add back shouldn't just be empty carbs. Make sure you include protein and keep up with your strength training. This way, much of the added fuel goes into your muscles and recovery, not just body fat. You'll likely notice physical benefits as you start feeding your body more. Many people feel an energy boost, workouts feel better, mood improves, and stamina returns. In fact, adding more calories allow your body to safely increase activity. When it feels well fed, you start fidgeting and moving again, which actually burns more calories. And as those hormones recover, your appetite signals should normalize. Basically, you won't feel starving all the time anymore. This shift can even help you build lean muscle. So in short, the right reverse diet can actually lead to better energy, stronger workouts, and even muscle gain rather than just fat gain. So how do you actually do a reverse diet? So the first step is to identify your current intake. Then decide on your approach. So basically, a conservative approach is to add only 5% more calories each week. So for example, if you're on a 1200 calorie diet, you might want to start by adding only 60 calories, for example, the first week. A slightly more aggressive approach might be to add 15% at once and then 5% each week after. Using the same example, this could mean adding approximately 180 calories one week and then 60 calories each following week. Either way, this gradual plan usually takes many weeks or even a few months to reach your goal. So for instance, going from 1200 to 2000 calories over a period of 8 to 12 weeks. Each week or two, monitor your progress, weigh yourself under consistent conditions, and notice how your clothes fit. It's normal to see a small bump in your weight at first, and that weight is often water and a bit of extra glycogen, which is stored carbohydrates in your muscle and liver. And if the scale starts creeping up too quickly, then simply slow down or pause your increases. So a good rule of thumb is, as long as you only gain a pound or so over several weeks, you're probably fine. But if you see more gain, back off the extra food for a bit. The key is smooth adjustment, not big jumps. And if you notice that you still feel tired or hungry, you might need to continue increases or adjust your macro. Basically, more carbs can help you with your energy. Conversely, if you feel overtly full or are gaining too fast, hold steady or add more fiber and protein to stay satisfied. There is some trial and error in finding your exact sweet spot, but small steps give you room to correct course. So reverse dieting is not just another fad, it's the bridge between your fat loss journey and a sustainable lifestyle. By gradually transitioning off a diet, you give yourself the best chance to keep that fat off long term. Think of it as moving into maintenance mode with a plan. Your goal isn't to stay on a diet forever, but to find a new normal where you eat enough to feel great, stay energized, and most importantly, enjoy your life. Over time, as your hormones and metabolism recover, you'll likely enjoy more food variety and better health. You might notice your workouts will improve, your sleep deepens, and day-to-day energy lifts. So celebrate those wins. They mean your body's healing from the stress of dieting. Keep prioritizing protein, fiber, and strength training. These will lock in your results. And remember that fat loss is a marathon, not a sprint. Reverse dieting is a key strategy that turns your hard-earned weight loss into a lifetime of progress. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you have any questions or experience with reverse dieting? Please drop a comment below and let's have a chat. No question is too small. We are here to support you. I'm Akash. Thank you so much for your time.